Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today I want to talk about Vivek Ramaswamy, and I want to talk about why it's extremely important that he fails to recruit Hollywood right now. All right. So you're like, Scott, why on earth should he fail? Well, so first of all, I'm saying he should fail because there's about a 99% chance he's going to fail in this effort. And you're like, well, if you're going to spend a bunch of time and resources, and I am saying he's going to spend a bunch of time and resources, I would spend 14 days and I would utilize half of his team to accomplish this failure, right? There is a 1% chance it would succeed, right? And I'm going to acknowledge that 1%, but I'm going to talk about it as a failure because 99% chance it's going to turn into a failure. So why on earth should Vivek Ramaswamy spend time and resources to fail? Well, hey, hi, I'm Scott Garibay. You're on my channel now. I really feel that failure is critical. If you're not failing in life, you suck and you are not trying. Period. End of sentence. Right? Yeah, you're skiing the bunny slopes. Who cares? Next. Right? You got to do the black diamonds. Right? You got to hit a tree. You got to fall off a cliff. This is what it takes, man. And this will almost certainly fail, 99% failure rate, but it absolutely needs to be done. And here's my other thing. I believe failure, right? One, it confirms you're actually trying. Two, it's extremely important because it produces unexpected, invaluable accomplishments, which is, I know that sounds strange. So all right, so let's unpack this. Okay, so what should Vivek Ramaswamy do right now? He should immediately begin trying to recruit to bolster him, recruit 2 Hollywood allies who will stump for him for the remaining 13 months of the for the remaining 13 months of the 2024 U.S. presidential race. Okay? And who are those 2 Hollywood stars? Ryan Gosling and Anya Taylor-Joy. Why those 2? Well, I could list a whole bunch of people you don't care about or know. Anya Taylor-Joy and Ryan Gosling is not in that group. You know them and or you care about them, one or the other. Right? And I actually think, and they're both intelligent, and they both would be able to rally votes, right? And I think there's a possibility they would be willing to do this. There's also, right now, this incredibly unique opportunity, and we're going to get back to why it's so important to do this right now. Hollywood ain't doing nothing, right? Like they're not creating content, right? They're doing nothing of significance right now, right? So the reality is they can't promote their struck work, right? They can't act. They can't work, but you know what they can promote? They can promote a presidential candidate, right? Ryan Gosling has nothing better to do than to be Vivek Ramaswamy's hype man, right? And Anya Taylor-Joy has nothing better to do right now than be Vivek Ramaswamy's hype woman. Right, so they should do it, right? Okay, and he should devote the next 2 weeks of his time and his team's time. Actually, he should devote 75% of 50% of his team's time to this, and he should devote 50% of his time to it. Right, over the next 2 weeks to connecting with them, getting the call made, getting the sit down made, and asking them flat out, say, please do this, right? So why? One, if the 1% hits, I think this could be huge. And the reason why I say this is I went to RFK Jr.'s announcement that he's going to run as an independent candidate. And I went with my buddy. My buddy knows more about politics than I do and often calls things ahead of me, but doesn't have a channel, right? Like, 'cause I'm often amazed how people who know more about politics and may even care more about it than me don't have a platform to talk about it, which is interesting. The world ain't fair. So he said, hey, I was expecting Andrew Yang to be here. And I was like, oh my gosh, that would have been brilliant, right? Like, Andrew Yang is a legit political celebrity, and for an independent run, it would have told you, oh my gosh, This guy knows how to run independently. Actually, Andrew Yang ran as a Democrat, but he is now doing Move Forward, which is a third party try, right? And so it would have been good allyship. It would have been, and Andrew Yang has a huge following, and actually I wouldn't even say a huge following. He has a significant following, who are the nicest, most dedicated political community that exists anywhere. I love the VR community. They are very nice. They are very smart. They're incredibly supportive. But this is Scott Garibay. I have to be transparent and honest. And I was on the Yang, I was a supporter of Yang, and I could not believe just the love and embracing in that community. We're getting there. We're close. We're approaching it, but VR's community isn't there yet. Doesn't mean we won't hit it. I think we're still building toward it, but we got some work to do. The Yang Gang, which was a terrible name, really loved one another and really supported one another, and were very. I'd never seen a community like it. It's pretty incredible. And so, all right, so yeah, so if he had a celebrity there, it would have helped, right? And I think that's what's needed right now. And the reason he should go get this right now is they're literally doing nothing. Okay, and so that would work, and then they could stump for him for months, right? Because I think that's how long the actor strike is going to take. I think 3 to 6 more months it'll take to resolve, right? And I'm not even convinced it's going to get resolved. I think the entertainment community may crack in half because the actors don't understand how destructive what they're doing right now is. And I don't think anybody understands how personally destructive to America the narrative blackout that we're entering into right now is going to be. I don't think anybody has any clue how bad this is going to be. Yeah, this is pretty amazing. All right, so you have all this happening, right? And then here's the other one, and this is kind of weird. Somebody needs a big shut up Hollywood put in their pocket, right? And this could be it. Right, like Vivek, if the 1%, if the terrible happens and he does not become president, there are going to be a lot of people say, hey, everybody's going to go to him. There's going to be a post-mortem, right? And he could say, listen, over the next 6, 12, 18 months, Hollywood will not shut their mouths about politics, but I want you to know, I, as a politician, reached out to them and said, help me make America better, and they did. Because they do not care about this nation, and they are the most selfish, monstrous human beings you could ever imagine, right? And that's another reason why I'm picking Ryan and Anya Taylor-Joy. I don't think they actually fit that description, but if they tell them no, I think it does, right? Like, they literally were like, oh, yeah, I could reshape the future of America. Absolutely, I could save America from a Trump presidency. I could save America from a Biden coffin. Yeah, I could do that. But you know what? I could sip lattes. I literally am doing nothing, but I'd rather do nothing than help America, right? Now, I don't think Ryan Gosling and Anya Taylor-Joy would say that. I do think their teams would tell them to do that, and they very well may listen to their teams, right? So I don't think they're monstrous humans, but I think we need to put this in our pocket, because Hollywood never shuts up about politics, right? But they don't put up. They never shut up, and they never put up. Right now, they're literally doing nothing. They could be all over this political race and doing all the promotion they would do for their products for political candidates. Vivek Ramaswamy, first among them, right? And so Vivek, do this plan. It's going to work. Hollywood, put up or shut up. You're literally doing nothing right now. You have nothing to promote. But we're in the middle of a 2020 U.S. presidential candidacy. Get off your butts and do something of significance and get involved in this race for Vivek Ramaswamy. Every single word of that is my humble opinion. What's important is when I get to hear your humble opinion. I just realized sometimes my opinion, is it humble? It's a great question. all of that is my humble opinion. What's important is when I get to hear your humble opinion. When you get in the comments and send your traffic, please consider like subscribing, and have a wonderful millennium.